ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of MenaeroCraft, our Minecraft modded survival series. So it's been a few days since I last uploaded a video. I know a few people have been asking in the comment section, oh, why have you stopped uploading videos this week, or where are the videos this week? I've actually been sick. You can probably still hear it in my voice. I'm still not 100%, but this is the first time in the last like 3 days that I felt well enough to record something. I was so annoyed too. I'd planned to get all this recording done on Monday, and then I woke up with a cold. So I've been fighting off this cold for the last few days. Just loaded myself up on some cold and flu tablets and some Panadol, so I'm ready to record for the first time. Now, I'm going to try and keep my sniffling and sneezing and all of that to a minimum. I'm still not well, as I said, so hopefully, that's not too much of an issue for you guys. Now, last time when we left off, we had just finished laying down kind of the foundations for our farm. We were getting everything prepared for today's episode to do a barn build, or a barn raisin. In America, they have like barn raisin get-togethers, and I'm basing all of my knowledge of this, of course, off movies and TVs. But I'm sure that's a thing somewhere, like a barn raisin weekend. You have a cookout and everyone comes around and helps you raise a barn. No, that doesn't actually happen. Well, don't spoil my fantasy world. Anyway, so since the last episode, I've spent a fair bit of time getting stuff prepared, basically, and this is what I've done so far. So all this area has been cleared out with the filler. I've also filled it all back in with grass, as you can see. I fenced it off as well. It's nice and even on both sides, and I kind of tweaked our barn, the framework that we put down for our barn last time. I tweaked it a little bit, so I made it much bigger. I probably made it a little too big, to be honest. It does look quite large, and I added these iron blocks here because I thought that they look kind of cool. They kind of look like the, I guess, track that the doors would run across to close and open. So that looks cool. Got a couple windows or something we're going to put in up there, and I laid down the framework around the sides and everything. These gaps here are where windows are going to be, and I just marked it with some like white wood as well. And I've got a whole bunch of wood for us today to build it. Basically, I grabbed a heap of wood. I've got some more dye and stuff like that, got our paintbrush, so hopefully that should be enough to get our barn built. Now this side over here is, of course, as I mentioned last time, going to be where all our crops are. Now I was a bit ambitious, thinking to myself, oh yeah, we'll extend this out even further. I think this will be more than enough. This is a massive space when you really look at it, so I think this is probably going to be more than enough for all our crops to start with, and we can always expand it out that way if need be in the future. But I don't know, I'm thinking this is going to look pretty good once we're done with it. It's going to be a large building, as I said, probably too large. Yeah, because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's like as big as our Institute of Technology building, and that wasn't intentional. It was never going to be that big originally, but as I started like tweaking with that foundation we laid down last time and started playing around with it, I don't know, it just kind of looks nicer being bigger. And I generally, I used to have family that lived near a farm, and their friends owned the farm, and we used to go up there on the weekends when I was a kid. And I remember I used to love running around and looking at the farm because I never grew up on one, and the barns were always massive to me, so I wanted to capture that like gigantic feeling. Yeah, so it should be good, and I guess there's only one thing to do now, and that is to get started with the building. We've got all our materials here. We've got a bed, we've got a crafting table, furnace in case we need it. There are some floating blocks here that I need to knock down, but I'll do that afterwards. Let's just get started and see how this thing turns out. and behold, our gigantic barn is complete, guys. Well, it's almost complete. I still have to finish off the back because I ran out of wood, but I think it turned out pretty darn good. As you can see, I added some little extra detailing to it. I put some windows in up there. I also added this like redwood lip around the top and sides as well because I like the way it makes the front jut out a little bit. Let's head inside and I'll show you guys what the interior looks like as well. Hello? Okay, so we have a skeleton up there, and who's that down there? Ooh, a light mage. Light mage, help me. Help me fight the skeleton, sir. Now, I believe that I can actually get these light mages to be like my ally if I unlock the magic posse trait with Ars Magica. But right now, we have not gained enough levels to unlock it. Damn, otherwise I could get him to help me fight that skeleton. What are you holding? He's holding some kind of magical tome that looks pretty awesome. Anyway, back to the barn. So yeah, this is the interior. Let's take care of the skeleton. There we go. Oh crap, I think I'm out of mana. Oh no, no we're not. Let's get him. There you go, buddy. Well, we'll play the projectile game. We'll play it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Taken downtown. So I put this second floor in here, and originally I was going to fill it all in, and then I realized that it'd probably look better only being half filled in. This is the area that I still need to finish. That's why I said it's almost done, but not quite. I ran out of wood and didn't get this back done. We might have like a little veranda that juts out the back here. I'm not sure yet, but I think it turned out pretty darn good. I'm going to need to put some more lighting and stuff probably up there. Might not do it now because we only have 400 fuel in our jetpack. I'll probably die attempting it. Yeah, and I think what we might do is we might have like a ladder that comes down here on the side, and when you go up, there'll be bales of hay and stuff up here, and this can be like the storage and stuff like that, and then down here, we'll have the animals, and we'll have their pens on either side of the wall, so you walk down the middle, and you've got animal pens on either side. Now, I'm not sure how many pens we need so far, and I'm not sure how I'm going to get those animals in here. Someone did mention the golden lasso that I talked about last time, but I'm not really sure what it does. I know it's like a Wonder Woman reference, but what does this actually do? The golden lasso. Well, we can make it pretty easily, so maybe we should make that and have a peek at what it actually does really quickly. We should have string and we should have ender pearls and we have plenty of gold. So let's pop over here and build it and see what it actually does. I'm assuming maybe it allows you to just like pick up your animals or scorpion style, get over here, pull them over to you. I'm not really sure. And while we're making it, I'm going to try and get a little bit of fuel back in my jetpack here because it is running very low. It is quite literally running on fumes. We don't want that dumping. No. We want to flick this on. It should have coal. Yep. And then that should start filling up. Fantastic. All right, so what do we need? We need a string, gold nuggets, and an ender pearl. Let's get those done, and then we will see what this thing does. So ender pearl, one of you. String as well, string. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Oh, I hate this. I hate how it disappears on us. The side menu when you do this. I don't know why it does that. It's really, really frustrating. Golden lasso. What do you do, my friend? Oh, God. Alright, that's it. I have to get out of that menu to do this. Golden lasso. Here we go. So, yeah, it was 4 and gold nuggets. Let's see if we have any gold in our system yet. We'll check on this thing, see how it's going. It's going fine. There's some iron in there that I can just throw in there to get it cooked. Nothing in the top. That's fine. Gold, gold, gold. We just need one of you. String, you know what, I'm just going to use our orderer. Oh, we have the string, that's right. Actually, we have all the ingredients on us. Well, we should at least. So it was gold in the corners like that. Ender pearl in the middle. String around the sides. We got a golden lasso. So let's go see what this does. Someone said I should make it to get the animals over there. So let's test it out. Now, I'm not going to take them over right now because we haven't set up any pens for them. But why not give this thing a test run? All right, pig. Actually, let's go in there first. Okay, chicken. Chicken? Oh, crap. Wait, does it just pick them up? Oh, that's amazing! Oh, that is going to be so handy. That is going to make it so easy to get all our animals over there. Thanks so much for the suggestion. Wow, that is going to make things really, really easy. Let's go get our jetpack really quickly because I feel a little bit naked without it. That inability to fly, I've gotten so accustomed to it that I don't like running around without it now. How are we doing in here? 4,000, that should be enough for what we need to do. Now, the next thing I want to do, it looks like the sun's going to set soon, so we'll probably sleep. Before we wrap the episode up, because as I said, I'm still not 100%, so it's not going to be a super long episode, what I do want to do is have a look into how we're going to lay our crops and stuff out in here. as well as maybe look into building ourselves a windmill, a cool looking windmill. Now, apparently there are sprinklers that you can make, and the sprinklers act kind of like a water source normally would for your crops. If the sprinklers hit the crops, it fertilizes and waters that area, so you don't need source blocks or running water going through your fields and stuff like that. You can have sprinklers set up. Obviously, the sprinklers need to be provided with like a constant source of water. So what I was thinking is we build that windmill, a cool looking windmill or something in that other field that's going to house all our crops, and inside that we can set up the aqueous accumulator that we have there, and that can be hidden inside the windmill, because I want to start setting up some mechanism machines. Cannot talk today. Look, this is what happens when you're sick. Your brain just doesn't work. I want to start setting up some mechanism machines properly over in this area. I brought our crusher over. I brought our metallurgic infuser over. So I want to get rid of this aqueous accumulator setup. So I was thinking we move this over to that big field over there. We have it hidden inside the windmill, and then we can pipe the water from the aqueous accumulator under the ground into some sprinklers, and that way we can keep our land and crops fertilized over there. So to build the windmill, because I haven't really had any time to come up with like a design or an idea. I heard a little zombie there. Where are you at, pal? I'm also all out of food. Wait, we should have some in here, hopefully. Hopefully we have some food in here. I'm pretty sure I put some in. There we go. Look, cooked pork chops. Fantastic. We'll get those out. Come to me. Thank you, pork chops. I don't need the golden lasso right now. I'll try and do that in between episodes and get all our animals over there. I just wanted to see what it did for now. Anyway, so because I haven't come up with an idea, I don't really know how to approach building a windmill. I've never actually built one before, and of course it's just aesthetic purposes. It's not actually going to, serve as a proper windmill or anything. Now there's a creeper in there. Really need to light that up. Anyway, keep getting distracted. So distracted today. There is an item called a building guide, I believe, that you can use. So let's see how we make this, and we'll have a look at this as well. So building guide, wow, that is super easy. That is glass around a torch. I thought it was actually far more difficult than that. Do we have glass in here? We do not have enough glass, it seems. What I might do really quickly, too, is let's get some of this pavement that I have in here out, and we will lay this down coming into our area, and we'll probably just lay it down to our barn for now. I like how the zombies really, really hate this stuff. It does not play nice with them at all. They go wild when they're on it. So we'll just lay some of this stuff down, and then we'll get some glass over. Now, do we have sand is the other question, actually. Keep getting sidetracked today. Where's all our sand's in a barrel. What we might do before we lay this down is we'll go and get some sand, and we'll start cooking it while we put down this pavement here, and then we can get the sand out, we can get the glass out afterwards and build ourselves the building guide block and have a look at what it does. From what I understand, it does like a frame of a building for you, which is pretty cool, and it can do different designs and stuff like that. So if we put some sand in there, we don't need too much, so I won't put it all in. That should cook through. I should be able to access that remotely as well, so we can order all of that over when we need it. While we're waiting, let's go and put some more of this cobblestone path in. You guys are going to get a new home soon. I hope you're looking forward to it. You're getting a new home. Once I've set up the stables in there, I'm going to drag them on over. It will be fantastic. So let's put these down as much as we can. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is going to look good, guys. This is going to look good. Probably going to do a fair bit of work on it off camera before the next episode and get like our crops planted and stuff like that. Stuff that's not really necessary to see. And I'll show you guys kind of what I figure out for the windmill design, as well as how I get this aqueous accumulator and sprinkler system working. From what I understand, that's how they work. It just means that you don't have to have a water source every 5 blocks or however many it is to keep your lands watered. You can just have these sprinklers shooting around, which should be really, really cool. And because I want to have it aesthetically look nice with that windmill there, I thought, well, that can actually just hide the darn aqueous accumulator inside it, and we won't have to see that ugly thing sticking around, and we can just have the piping go under the ground as well, and then up underneath the sprinklers too. Alright, how we doing here? How we doing? I made a lot of this stuff because it's like 2 cobblestone to make this. I didn't realize it was so cheap. Do we want some going in here? Because this was an odd number, so it's got a perfect center like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. That's fine. And then that's our barn. I think I made those across from each other. Yep, that's cool. Yep, there's our big crop. Cool, cool. All right, keep laying this down. And we will just lay down, I guess, the rest of this stack until we get to our parallel with our crafting table, I think, and then we can order over that glass and make this building guide and see what it does. Yeah, from what I've been told, it lays down a ghost kind of shell and shows you how you can build certain shapes. So it just works as a guide for you, really. Which sounds really, really cool, because sometimes building tricky shapes, even just building a circle in Minecraft, is really tricky, is a pain in the ass to do. And I wish I had known about this building guide block earlier. It probably would have come in handy with a few of the builds we've done in the series so far. But I did not. I only found out about it very, very recently, and it's super easy to make, which is cool. Alright, we'll lay down all of these, actually. There we go. And that's it. That's all I have. Okay, I'll need to make some more of that stuff. Let's get glass ordered over here. We just need that many. Should be enough. We already have torches on us. Get my ender pouch out. Glass. And let's see what this thing looks like. It should look pretty darn cool. There we go. Put that in the center. We have a building guide from Open Blocks. Open Blocks is a mod that I've said several times how much I love it, because it adds these really, really handy blocks in it. And I'm pretty sure the sprinklers are from Open Blocks as well, if I'm not mistaken. So where would we want it? I would say we want it somewhere like that. Whoa, okay. Okay, so that's like a dome. Now, is that center? Probably needs to go to the left a little bit more. No, actually, we probably want it further back into the field a bit more. I'm not sure, but there we go. There's a dome. Now, I know you can change it somehow, I think by clicking on the block. So what we would want is like maybe a sphere. Oh god, what have I done? Okay, that changes the size. That changes that size. What's the top do? What am I doing here? I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. How do I change the shape? Do I shift click it or something? Cylinder mode. Okay, cylinder mode. That's what we would want, I would assume. Is we would want cylinder mode, so that we could get like a nice kind of circle around it. Let's have a look at some of the other shapes that we got in here too. So cylinder mode, cubed mode. Okay, you can get like a big square. That's kind of cool. All right, what else we got here? Dome mode. I think that's what we were in. So maybe it's just a 3. Triangle mode. Well, that's interesting. I've never built a triangle in Minecraft before. That actually kind of works too. That actually works as a triangle. Oh, that's kind of cool. We might have to make a triangle building at some point. Now that I figured this thing out. Pentagon. How do you build a pentagon? Alright, that just looks retarded. That does not look like a pentagon to me. That looks really, really retarded. I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't look like a pentagon. Hexagon. How do you... You can't do these shapes in Minecraft. Again, that just looks weird. That looks really weird to me. Okay, let's try another one out. Octagon. No way. Sphere and cylinder. So we want cylinder... and we probably want it a bit smaller than this. And I kind of would prefer to have it an even... No, an odd number works, does it? Yeah, an odd number works because it's 3 by 3 water. So an odd number works perfectly to have that in the center. Now, we don't want it this wide, so how do we make it smaller? Is that making it smaller? That's bringing it... Oh, shit, I've done something. Oh, I see, that's bringing those sides in, and that'll put them back out. So we want them relatively the same size, I'm assuming. So we'd want them, say, 5 by 5. We'd want it a bit bigger than that. Maybe 6 by 6 would work, because the placing of the aqueous accumulator will be 5 by 5. And that could be the base of our windmill. Like, and maybe build that out of cobblestone and then starting here, have it out of wood. Actually, no, I don't want it too big. I've got to measure it up against our barn here, because our barn's huge and I don't want it too massive. So maybe we could have, like, I don't know, 4 blocks of cobblestone and then it gets skinnier and goes into wood. I'll have to think about it and have to have a look at some designs. I think it's Googling time to see what other people do for windmill design, see if there's anything cool that I can get inspired by. But there we go. That's what the building guide does. That is going to be really, really handy. I'm actually going to have to wrap this episode up here, guys. My throat is getting a little bit sore from talking. I'm going to get most of the windmill built before the next episode, and I'm going to move our aqueous accumulator in here and have a look at the sprinkler system. So hopefully I have something to show you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to throw it a rating. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.